I quickly wanted to do a review on this book set that we picked up for my son for Christmas. Because he has been doing so well and being so well behaved, the awful parents we are, we let him open one present early the other night, and I thought it was perfect because these books we can read up through Christmas, and sometimes when he's opening 10 presents at once, something like a book set isn't something he's as excited about as he is when this is the only thing he's getting. He did really well also with only opening one present and understanding that. This probably would have been better to open on Christmas Eve or something like that, but because we have more time to read because I'm home from school for a little while, I felt this was a great time to open this set. This was $20 at Costco, and it's Fun with Mouse and Friends, and it's based on, like, the reason why I chose it is because I've heard a lot about the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie book. We also learned a lesson to teach. I'm going to school to be a teacher, so I learned a lesson that you can teach based on that book, so I was excited about it. I've heard a lot of great things about it from teachers that are experienced using it, so I thought it'd be fun for my son. It came with this poster, has food or something on it already. He loves this poster. He just drags it around the house. It's Fun with Mouse and Friends. I picked it up also because he really loves animals, and this would be a fun way for him to get into books. Everything is more fun with Mouse. I thought this would have been a great poster to keep in my classroom if I were to teach primary grades, or this would probably be good up to second grade, I would think. So this comes with, it was, for $20 it's pricey, but I think this would be an awesome gift to bring someone that has children for $20 versus buying them a $20 toy when most children probably have a lot of toys. It's a very nice book set to give. It has If You Give a Moose a Muffin. It has If You Give a Cat a Cupcake. If You Take a Mouse to School, If You Give a Pig a Pancake, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and If You Give a Pig a Party. I would say, I guess I can't choose my favorite. This is my son's favorite for some reason. We don't have any toys that are mooses. We don't watch any shows with mooses. I think it's because this is a new animal we don't get to see. We see pigs and mouse and cats all the time, but mooses are something that we don't always see. I think this would be his favorite. So I just wanted to show you the illustrations and what they're like. They're very fun. And they always begin with whatever the book is called. So if you give a moose a muffin, it begins with what happens if you give a moose a muffin? He'll want this, and if he wants that, then he'll want this, and it continues and continues. And at the end of the book, it always comes back down to he'll want a muffin to go with it. So for this book, in the end, he wants a muffin. This is a great way, once we continue to read these books more, we've read each of them once or twice already to him. We usually read 3 to almost all of them every night lately. But this would be a great way for the kid to be participating in the story and at the end be like, well, what do you think he's going to want now if he wants that? And he'll know because that's the name of the book. So if you take a mouse to school, at the end of it, you have to bring the mouse back to school, etc. They're great books. This also would be great if, let's say you had a whole bunch of cousins from all over the family and there's 5 children. I think there's 5 in here. 6. So you could split them up and do 6, give 3 to 2 different people, give 2 to 3 different kids, and you could wrap them up and put them as a cute little gift. You could put a bow around them and put a little candy and a tag on it, and that would be a fun gift too. You could split them up singly as single books to give at birthday parties with maybe a small toy or a puzzle to go with it. You could even pick up a puzzle from the dollar store and just use this book. If there's 6 and they were $20 a piece, then they were probably around 3 something a piece, which is nice for a nice nice hardcover book. A lot of times we do pick up our books at Goodwill because it's very inexpensive, but for the set it's really nice, and when he grows out of it, I will be able to keep it for in a classroom or to give to another child or something. So I thought this was a great set. I would totally recommend this as a gift for birthdays, Christmas, to split up for your own, to split up to give to people or to give to your own children, or even as a teacher, I would think this would be an awesome set for your students. You could do different units on different things and do different activities for them. A great story for this would be like, what would you do if you had to bring the mouse to school? You could have them color a picture and write a sentence about one event. You could do an activity with math where the students got to make their own muffins, and then you had this story going on this could be cute around birthdays. If you give a cat a cupcake, I think I will read this one around his birthday. If you give a mouse a cookie, they're all fun. I think the lesson that we were taught to teach to students with this was they drew a picture for each event that they could remember that happened, and it would all cycle back. It's a circular story that comes back to the main idea again at the end. It ends on the same note that it begins. So it's a very, very fun and interesting set of books. I love the graphics. The one complaint I didn't have, but Robert had when he was reading it, is he said he didn't like the font, that the pictures were really fun and interesting, and I went back and looked at the font, and I'm like, well, it's just a typical Times New Roman font. That's perfect. And he said it was just such a fun book to have a plain font. And then I also drew him back to the idea that these are the kind of books that children start to read when they begin to read, and you want them to see font in a way they're typically going to see fonts, which is in Times New Roman. That's where most of the children's books are going to be written in, to help them be able to identify the letters consistently. But it has a fun font for the titles. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.